I lost my daughter to the abyss. But tonight, I'm calling her back.
Please, don't do this.
But it's already done. We're in hell.
Most horror stories are about what hunts you. This one is about something that offers you a deal, and how much you are willing to lose before you consider accepting it. Daniel Carter is a deputy sheriff in a quiet town where nothing ever happens. His life has settled into something that barely feels like living. His marriage to Allison is breaking slowly under the weight of a loss neither of them can move past: the death of their child. They still speak, they still exist in the same world, but grief has built a wall between them. One night, during a routine patrol, Daniel finds a man crawling along the road. The man's name is James. He is terrified, injured, running from something he refuses to explain. Daniel loads him into the patrol car and drives to the nearest hospital, an old building mostly abandoned after a fire. Only a skeleton crew works there now. Among them is Allison. For the first time in a long while, Daniel and his wife share the same room again. But something about the hospital feels wrong. Outside the building, silent figures stand in white robes, watching, waiting. Daniel does not notice them yet. Inside, the first crack in reality appears. A nurse named Beverly suddenly murders a patient named Cliff. When Daniel confronts her, he realizes her face has been completely flayed away. He has no choice. Daniel shoots her. But death does not end the nightmare. Moments later, Beverly's body mutates into something impossible, a creature made of flesh and writhing tentacles. Before anyone can process what they are seeing, a state trooper named Mitchell arrives at the hospital. Then they look outside. The building is completely surrounded. Dozens of silent figures stand at every exit. They are not trying to break in, they are simply waiting. That is somehow worse. Two men named Vincent and Simon enter the hospital with guns. They are searching for James. Whatever happened at the farmhouse he escaped from is connected to the robed figures outside. Under pressure, James reveals the truth. The hospital's doctor, Richard Powell, is the leader of the cult. Years ago, Powell lost his daughter, Sarah. Grief pushed him to the edge of something forbidden. In that darkness, he discovered a ritual that allowed him to contact something ancient, something older than humanity itself. Through that contact, Powell learned how to cheat death. But the cost was unimaginable. The basement of the hospital hides the results of his experiments. Bodies that should be dead are still moving, still reaching, still changing. Powell himself has transformed. He even removed his own face as proof that his body no longer obeys the same rules as everyone else. His goal is simple: bring his daughter back, and the ritual is almost complete. Upstairs, a pregnant patient named Maggie suddenly becomes part of Powell's plan. The child she carries was never meant to be human. When the moment arrives, Maggie's body violently tears open, giving birth to a creature that should never exist. Chaos erupts inside the hospital. Vincent and Simon fight the creature while the survivors scatter through the building. Daniel searches desperately for Allison. He finally finds her in the operating room. But something is wrong. Something inside her is already changing. Realizing she is beyond saving, Daniel does the most painful thing he has ever done. He destroys what remains of her body before the transformation can finish. It is an act of mercy, but also an act of love. Then Powell speaks to him, not from across the room, from everywhere. Powell explains that death is no longer final. The ancient forces he serves can return what was lost. Daniel's child, Allison, everything grief took from him. But there is a price. Daniel must stop resisting. He must accept the void, die first, and be reborn. For a moment, Daniel considers it. Then he refuses. Not with words, with action. He tackles Powell into the glowing triangular portal that powers the ritual. Both men disappear into the darkness. Behind them, the hospital falls silent. A few survivors escape, but Daniel is gone. Somewhere beyond reality, beneath a massive black pyramid in an endless void, Daniel and Allison stand together, holding hands. Whether this is salvation or surrender, no one can say. And somewhere in that darkness, the ancient things that made the deal are still waiting. Patient, silent, just like the figures outside the hospital.